Okay, so let's say we wanted to make something that looks a section of pipe or a paper clip looking thing or something that looks like this, right? It's not an obvious extrusion, it's not an obvious revolve, but for this, we have this circular profile and we're actually going to sweep along a certain path. So we'll need two sketches, one for the profile, one for the sweep, and we'll go from there. So I am going to undo my way back to where we started. All the way. Okay, so starting from the beginning, I'm going to create a sketch and I'm going to put that onto the bottom plane here. And I'm going to draw a circle. Now, you have other options when you're in here for different ways to make a circle. We're used to the center diameter popping up. The shortcut, C is a shortcut for that. But you also have a 2-point circle, a 3-point circle, 2-point tangent to things if you wanted to be tangent to things, or a 3-point tangent. All of these different ways to draw things, the rectangles, 2-point rectangle, a center rectangle in the outer corner. There's different ways to draw arcs, polygons, ellipses, slots, splines, all kinds of stuff. So know that you don't just have these up here. They're just the most common ones. So I'm going to take a 2-point circle and start from the origin and make, let's say, a smaller 10 millimeter circle there. Great. Let's say that's the only thing I want in my sketch. Oh, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add one more center circle. I'm going to land it on the center of this, the center of that. There we go. All right, so I have like my double circle thing that I'm going to make. Why? Just because it looks cool. Okay, finished my sketch. I can look at that in 3 dimensions again. Now that was on the flat plane. Now I drew my profile that I want to sweep. Now I need to draw the path that it's actually going to go. And that's a new sketch, perpendicular to the other one. The perpendicular part is important. So I'm going to draw on a sketch perpendicular to it. And I'm going to use my line tool to show it with which path I want it to take. So I'm going to start from the center of one and zoom out a little bit. Let's go up 10 millimeters, back up a little more. Let's go up a little more. And I'm going to click the point on the end to make it an arc. And then we'll go an arc here. I'm going to grab a different arc tool just to prove that we can do different kinds of arcs. Arc tool there, 3-point arc. So I'm going to pick a 3rd point here. There we go. That snaps to a place that it is tangent to. So it kind of suggests that as an option. I'm going to grab another line out here that it is tangent to. I'm going to click the end of it to make a new arc. That arc will always stay tangent to that one if you use the line tool to do it. And I'm just making stuff up here along the way. I'm not going by any certain design. I'm just kind of playing with the lines that we can make. Let's grab a center point arc because why not? And oops, I drew the wrong thing. All right, let's just finish this off. We want to focus on the fact that we can spline. I'm sorry, not spline. We can sweep, which is the tool that we're using. And last but not least, let's bring it in there. Yeah, okay. So we have this kind of funky thing that would be hard to extrude any other way, a whole bunch of series of arcs. I'm going to finish that sketch. Look at it from the angle again. You can either click home or that front corner of the cube. And I have this profile that I'm going to sketch down this path, this winding path here, because reasons. Let's go to create and sweep. All right, first thing it wants me to select is the profile. What is the thing I want to sweep? I'm going to click every part of that. Every basically closed edges, it's going to suggest it's a different profile. So there's actually 3 profiles there because I have overlapping Venn diagram type of scenario going on. It will ask me to select my path. So I'm going to click path and then select the sketch here. Ta-da! There's my path. If I shift center wheel, I can kind of orbit around it and look at it. That looks kind of funky. I like that. The little arrow on the end can let you kind of back it up if you don't want to go all the way down the path. And you can kind of see what it does along the way. If you back it up to the beginning, it's literally sweeping that profile along the path. It's going to turn it for you to keep it perpendicular, which is a setting that you could change. You could also keep it parallel if you wanted to keep it parallel, but it's sweeping all the way down to the end. You have some options here to go a certain distance. You can have a taper angle, and if you make the